through some of your most favorite performances from years gone by, as well as a few surprises you're going to see this year. Make sure you watch for those. We're going to have Walk With Me Austin. Make sure that you find that. It is the new anthem for the city of Austin. The whole ACL family is involved this time. Not only from the archives that you're going to see incredible clips, but also ACL Radio. You're going to see some backstage interviews associated with that. You know, ACL is one of the reasons why our parks all throughout the city look the way that they do. The relationship between ACL and the Parks Department in the city of Austin is incredibly important. So your support of ACL and ACL's support then for our parks is helping green spaces throughout our city. And over the course of the next 3 days, you're going to see some of the places in Austin that are the way they are just because of the involvement of ACL. We're also going to use this ACL 2020 to bring recognition and awareness for the Altogether ATX Fund. It's a fund with the Austin Community Foundation and United Way. I want to raise awareness for it. It's going to be part of these next 3 days. It was one of the first funds to be set up just as we were beginning the COVID response. So ACL Fest has been an integral part of our city for the last 2 decades. It's a big part of our culture. It's a big part of our brand. It is a tangible manifestation of who we are. And it was important that the show would go on. So this year, ACL Fest 2020, we're going to do it this way virtually. Enjoy it over the next 3 days. I look forward to ACL Fest 2021 when we'll all be back in the park again. I certainly hope everybody sit back, relax, and enjoy ACL Fest 2020. It's going to be a great Silver Days.
Hi, good evening. Steve Adler. Got a minute? Let's go ahead. That was just the opening to ACL Fest. It's going on starting tonight. It's going on, I think, 4 days. You might want to check it out. It has some of the best of ACL. But it's starting tonight, and I wanted you all to be able to see that. Let's go through the numbers. Tonight, you can see we have 24 admissions. That's a higher number for us. We were at 12 last night. We were at 17 the night before. It took our 7-day moving average up to 15. Headed in the wrong way there. Still relatively flat, but obviously that's the concern that we have. Look on the right-hand side, new cases, 90 new cases today. That also is above our 7-day moving average of 74. Let's take a look at dashboard number 2 on the city website. That's coming up now. You can see with those additional 90 cases, that takes us to 30,165 cases. Yesterday, when we didn't have Got a Minute, we went over 30,000. 30,000 people just in our area alone getting the virus. We take a look at the numbers. The number of people that are hospitalized tonight in our city is 87. Our 7-day running average is 79. So we are materially above our 7-day running average. ICUs 27 tonight, which is our 7-day running average. Ventilators, 19 on ventilators tonight, which is 3 above our 7-day moving average. Again, generally speaking, our numbers are staying flat, but for some reason, we just cannot seem to push this down far enough. I don't know, Janine, if you were able to get the website for the UT look at other cities or not. If not, we're going to have to come back. I want you to see what's happening in some of the other cities. in Texas, but it doesn't look like we're ready to do that. So we'll come back to do that on another night. The governor allowed local communities to open up bars. At this point, it looks like San Antonio is not doing that right away. It needs to do greater study. Same as with Houston, same as with Dallas. Looks like Fort Worth is going ahead to open up bars. And looks like El Paso is not. So most of the major cities at this point, we're still real nervous about what they're seeing happening in some of the other Texas cities, trying really hard to make sure we don't do anything that interferes with schools. Not quite taking that risk yet. County judge here makes that decision, Judge Bisco. We met today with the health authorities in the city, and they're going to be making recommendations to him. He'll be making his decision next week. A lot of bars are already open. Under a different rule, the governor let a lot of bars open so long as they serve food. So many of the bars are already open. Many of them are already open to the 75% occupancy level. We've asked the city code department to go out and take a look at how that's happening. You know, are people social distancing? Are they sitting at their tables when they get their drinks? Are people not milling about? And we'll take a look at how well the city's doing there on West 6th Street and other places this coming week. And we'll be better able to gauge how we could do enforcement, depending on what we do with respect to opening up bars and the like. But remember, you get to make a decision for yourself. So if you go somewhere and people are not sitting down while they're drinking or eating, or people are not walking around with masks, or people are not social distancing, well, I tell you, please just leave. You might call 311, let the code people know what's going on, because that kind of behavior puts everything at risk in the city, including the opening of those businesses. Don't endanger the opening of those businesses. Let's make sure we follow the rules, make sure the businesses are following the rules, and then we can see what happens as we open up the schools that we're looking at in our city. There are 4 more people that passed away last night. So again, this is a serious illness that we all need to be real cognizant of. We have a website, I think, that Janine was going to pull up. This is kind of a vote ready tutorial. We're going to walk everybody through. Janine, do we have a website for people to take a look at? So here we have, this is the, here's the site, votetravis.com. And you can make a voting plan. Early voting starts on Tuesday, the 13th. So that's in-person voting on Tuesday. They've spread it out. You won't be touching anything other people touch. You can wear a mask. There'll be plexiglass separating you from the poll workers, so it can be real safe. But you can look up at that website that we see on the screen. You can see what your ballot looks like. There's no straight ticket voting this time, so you actually have to work your way down the ballot, but you type in your name, and then it'll search for you to help you find your ballot. And then you can, it'll show you what the ballot looks like that for your particular precinct, and you can prepare that. I understand that you can take that ballot with you into the voting location. Make sure you go all the way down. See, the president is in the upper left-hand corner that you can vote on. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, you have to work your way all through the ballot. Go up a little bit. You have propositions A and B that are on that side of the ballot. So make sure that you vote for that. I urge you to vote for propositions A and B. Best thing we can do for traffic congestion, for climate change, and for bringing equitable service mobility options to everybody in our city. But you can also on that website take a look at polling locations and polling times so that you can find a location near where it is that you might be on Tuesday or over the next 3 weeks. Early voting is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. It's on Sundays from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. There's on October 13th to the 30th, there are mega centers that are open until 9 p.m. on October 28th to October 30th. Bring your ID, bring your mask to make sure that you're safe. But make your voting plan so that you can be all planned to vote. Remember, November 3rd is not voting day. November 3rd is the last day to vote. Don't wait till the last day to vote. I urge you to go ahead and make your plans and vote early. It's real important with everything that's going on that everybody's vote gets counted. And if enough people vote, by the sheer numbers of people voting, hopefully there'll be no confusion and no suggestion of mistakes. Let's go through the Halloween rules, which I think have been posted by the city today. Janine tells me that they're coming up. This is also on the website with a flyer. We want to make sure that everybody is safe. Low risk activities that you can do with your kids: carving pumpkins, decorating your home, your living room or bedroom, hosting a virtual Halloween gathering, having a candy hunt like an Easter egg hunt in your backyard, having a piñata with candy that your children can do. They are recommending that people avoid high-risk kinds of activities. High-risk activities, and being real cautious with medium-risk activities. And on the website, they list what some of those things are. Some of the medium-risk activities, and make sure that your social mask and your distance if you're going to do any of those medium-risk ones. You can line up goodie bags at the edge of your yard or your driveway for families to grab. Attending an outdoor costume party, going to an outdoor one-way haunted house, visiting a pumpkin patch where hand sanitizers is used before touching any of the pumpkins, that kind of behavior. There are some things that are high risk that the health department is recommending that you not do. And included in those high risk activities are traditional door-to-door Halloween trick-or-treating. The advice is not to do that. You're going from door to door. Someone at the door is then going to see lots of people. Not really the best thing to do. You don't want to have lots of children all reaching into the same kind of bowl for candy. Having crowded indoor costume parties, not a good idea. Going on hay rides with non-household members, not a really good idea. So you get the drift. There you can see the website that people can go to. You can go to get that brochure that we were just taking a look at. Anyhow, the weekend's coming up. I want everybody to have a good weekend, to relax. It's getting stressful as we get closer to the election. We're a swing state this year, so we're seeing a lot of presidential commercials. We haven't really seen presidential commercials in the past, but that just goes to show you how important it is to vote, especially in Texas this year. Hey, you all have a good weekend. You all take care, be safe, and good night.